be worse.
That's right, buddy. I absolutely love this. Love it. All right, guys, in about 15 seconds, we'll go ahead and get rolling. All right, guys, it is officially 10:35 on Tuesday. Let's go ahead and get started. So as always, welcome to everybody. If you are a guest on the line today and you'd like to say hello, feel free to take yourself off of mute and say hello to the team. Kenny, do we have any guests here that you know of that we need to say a quick hello to? Is that a, sorry, I didn't see it.
No, I don't think I see anyone new.
Okay. All right, cool. Team members, do you guys have any guests on the line today that you'd like to introduce? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. We'll move on, you guys. Make sure that you guys put your wins and shout outs down below. If there's anybody that stood out in this last week to you, feel free to give them a shout out. But before we get rolling, I want to turn it over to the Oracle. She's going to go through a quick teaching moment. So without further ado, Karina, I'm going to give you the mic and go ahead and take it away.
Sorry, letting people in at the same time. Okay, so quick teachable moment is basically a review on some things. One of the hottest topics ever is about our commission breakdowns. And so I just want to remind you to check out your enterprise account through eXp. It'll show you how much is going to eXp, referral splits, all that gets nice and broken down for you. If you are on Slack and search enterprise, you'll be able to see how to access that, or of course, hit me up or Laura up about that so that you can see. Again, enterprise is where you find that information. The second thing I want to bring up is the assignment of contract addendum. That's the AOAA. And this is used anytime you add a new buyer to the contract, like think a spouse or a co-signer, or, or if you want to fully transfer that contract to a different buyer, you're going to need to use that form, and you're going to need to do it as soon as you realize that you might need to take care of it. You want to get ahead of that so that you're not doing it last minute, trying to have that new buyer sign and initial all documents for the file. That seems to be, pretty popular coming up for all of us. Wire fraud, definitely still a thing. There's definitely still hackers out there trying to intercept clients' wires and your commission wires. So make sure you're not just putting in your account information and sending that off to title, copying your TC. All that stuff lives in your inbox forever. So be sure that you're being mindful about that and only giving your account information to title specifically. Next thing is about guarantees. The language of guaranteeing something for real estate, you want to stay away from entirely. And then just make sure when you're advertising other people's listings or team sales or whatever, be transparent about that. If they're not your actual listing, don't pretend or show that it's your listing. You can say these are our team's listings, or team sales, lean on the team, but make sure it's clear, and so that we're not in ethical breaches with the general public. That's it for today. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Karina. You guys, I want to share with you the Q1 holdings report is out from eXp. I want to highly encourage everyone to go into Workplace, and I want you guys to pull those documents, not only for you guys to understand what's going on with eXp, but to be able to share any of these assets on social media. You guys can download any of the assets. You can get information about the company. You can get the full entire report here. So if you want to do a whole story on the company, how we've grown year over year at eXp, our net agent promoter score. There's tons and tons of great information on that report, and you guys can get that in Workplace. We talked about this yesterday on coaching. Highly recommend that you get all those assets. You understand the assets and where the company is, eXp. That way you can talk about it to people that are thinking about coming to this beautiful company. So let's do this. I'm going to share my screen right now. I'm going to lean on Ernesto. He's going to help me out with a couple things today. And also, you guys, if you guys want to, kind of help out in the meeting, if you guys think you want to be a co-moderator, if you guys want to be a co-host with me, we're down to shake it up and have some people help out down the road. So if you're interested in that, feel free to drop your name in the chat or just hit me on Slack. We would absolutely love to have you contribute. So there's always different voices on here. But I'm going to actually turn it over to you, Ernesto, to talk a little bit about CSU updates. So let's turn the mic over to you, Ernesto.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. On our CSU leaderboard today, starting with agents working in the business, William Dengler. I think he was number one on this slide last week. So congratulations, William. 29 hours working in your business, followed by the person who's on here every single week, Kim Tran. And she got a new listing last week too. So congrats, Kim. 25 hours working in your business, followed by Mr. Swanson, doing big things, 21 hours, Amanda, 17, and Jim, Mr. Solano County Open House at 15 hours working in his business. In terms of conversations, now with boot camp kicking off, we should see this number spike way up, but still in the lead, Mr. William Dengler. I know last week's call, he shared that he's got a really unique system for making sure that all of his calls get handled. So definitely want to learn from him. Followed by Amanda. Amanda's been in the business for a long time and puts up huge numbers. And I think it's clear to see why. 40 conversations last week. Lamont, I think, I forget if I saw him last week or not, but Lamont, 32 conversations. Awesome job, Lamont. Followed by Jewel at 19. And Jim, no surprise. If you're having a bunch of open houses, then you're probably having a bunch of conversations. Next slide. Appointments attended. Elias reminds us often, nothing is more important than lining up and converting appointments. And William Dengler, again, in the lead, 27 appointments attended in a week. That's crazy. There's 5 days in a week. So it's over 5 appointments in a day. Like the math on that is pretty wild, but obviously he's doing big things up in Sacramento. Amanda, 9 appointments. Mr. Kang, one of our fearless leaders, at 5 appointments last week, followed by Daniel and Alona, a new face with 3 appointments attended last week. Hours working on your business. Kim Tran, again, a familiar face in the lead, 35 hours working on her business, followed by George. If you've been in the office, you've been seeing George a lot more often. He's getting a ton of engagement and activity based off his social media and open houses. He does a ton of those, 33 hours working on his business for George, followed by Carla, seeing her a lot in the office as well, 30 hours working on her business last week, and rounding out the horn, Jim with 29 and Melissa with 20.
I absolutely love this. Shout out, there's 4 out of the 5 on this particular screen are new to our environment within the last 6 months. So shout out to all the new people tracking at a very high level. Congrats to you. Let's go back over to you guys for community contributions. Now, obviously, tons of things are coming up. I'm seeing all kinds of activities happening there. So I wanted to turn to you guys to find out what's going on out there in the community. What's going on? What are you guys doing? What are you into? And what's some information you want to share here? So does anybody have an event coming up or a community event that they want to talk about? I know Ilona would grab the mic. So Ilona, let's hear from you about this really, really special event that you are hosting.
Hey guys, so we are doing a fundraiser. All the money is going to the front lines of Ukraine to buy medical supplies like tourniquets and bandages and tactical gear. And basically, we've been really successful at taking the money, purchasing, getting it to Poland, and then getting it in a car out towards the front line. So we're having a little celebration. We're celebrating President Zelensky because he's amazing. And he used to be a comedian before all of this happened. So we're going to be doing some viewing of his work. We're going to be having some food, some drinks. All money that you can donate is going again to this organization. And there's going to be some crafts for sale. There's going to be some baked goods. It's on the 21st at the office. Thank you guys for donating the office space. It's really gracious of you. It's going to be from 5 to 8. Please bring your family, bring your friends, come by for even 15 minutes to show some support and have a drink with us, have some pierogies. We're going to have some Ukrainian food and yeah, do what you can. So thanks, guys.
I love this. What a special event. And we're glad to help out and contribute in any way. I see Run On with your hand up and gosh, she's getting so big. How old is she now?
She's sick. She's 6 and she's
Oh.
sick.
Aw. Well, hi, baby. Uncle E says hi. Hopefully you get better
Say
soon.
hi.
What's up, Run On?
Hi guys. I wanted to tell you about a community event that's coming up on June 18th. I got my gold sponsorship ticket. This is a community, it's called Goodness Village in Livermore. You've heard me preach it a couple of times on this call, but basically 5% of all my earnings is going to this organization to help them build and support these 28 residents who used to be homeless. So they deal with chronic homelessness, drugs and all the stuff that's on the street. And what they're doing here, different from a lot of organizations, is they're teaching them how to hold a job, teaching them how to earn money so that they stay out of homelessness. So that is the big difference that I see with a lot of organizations, and which is why I'm dedicating and committing my earnings there. The last paycheck I got, I used 5% of it to buy this gold ticket, which gets me into this event called the what is it called? The barn barbecue at the barn and for the Goodness Village, June 18th. If you are interested, let me know. You can buy tickets for $100. You can sponsor. They'll advertise you. So my source of advertisement and contributing. So why not? They're going to give back to me as much as I'm giving to them.
Love it. Absolutely love it, Run On. And like Karina said, if you have these special events and things going on in the community, make sure that you put this in Slack. That way we can further support you. Does anybody else have anything going on in the community? All right, cool. I'm actually going to turn it over to Bo really quick because Bo, you are part of something that just launched yesterday. We are super, super excited about this. So Bo is participating with 61 other people in our first ever fast boot camp, prospecting boot camp, excuse me. So Bo, tell us a little bit about what the first day was like and what you were hoping to get out of this 12-week program. So Bo, I want to turn it over to you to talk a little bit about this monumental day in fast real estate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I might start with the few days beforehand because I was telling everybody about it. Like, hey, my awesome team is putting together this boot camp. We're going to be prospecting all the time, just refining and sharpening our tools. Everybody asked me the same question: how much does it cost? How much does it cost? And I tell them all the same. I'd pay $5-10 grand for what I'm probably getting into. And then I just tell them my whole team's setting it up for free. It's amazing. Day one, information overload, expectations are set. It's kind of a no nonsense thing, and it really kicks you into high gear. I mean, I've had a fire lit in me that I haven't had before, so I'm really excited about it. And to see all of the people interacting with it too has just been really great. We're all feeding off each other.
Awesome, brother. Well, we're super, super excited about this. We'll talk a little bit more about this, how you guys, even if you're not in prospecting boot camp, you can take some of the tenets out of prospecting boot camp and you can still apply that into your business, even if you're not in the 12-week course. So Bo, let me see your phone really quick, bro. Let me see your home screen. Hold it up. See, he's got his commitments there. His camera's blurry, but we get it. We love it, bro. There it is. There it is. So good stuff. He's already got it on his home screen. So we'll come back full circle on this, but I'm actually going to turn the mic back over to Ernesto to go through some of our escrows.
Let's go. New escrows. All right. We have William with 3. Another William as well. Jen Oak and Elias got in a contract. Pinky, have not seen Pinky on the deck. Welcome, Pinky. Let's go over to George. I think I saw you a little bit ago, so I'm going to go ahead and call on you. Walk us through this escrow, George.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm headed to the office right now. So yeah, this one actually came in when I was on vacation a few weeks back. A friend who works in commercial real estate actually reached out saying that he saw me posting a lot on social media. So he saw that I was growing my business and whatnot. So he wanted to send over his friend as a referral to me. Pretty much great story. This one is actually, the guy is 22 years old, first person in his entire family to embark on this journey of becoming a homeowner. So it was definitely very emotional, but in a great way for me, because it was like coaching a little brother throughout from start to finish. We did probably about one house tour of about 10 homes. The house he ended up liking and getting into contract on is actually the one he didn't even want to look at. It's actually one I was like, dude, they catfish in pictures, just check it out. Every house he liked, he didn't even like in person. And we ended up putting in an offer on this one, got all the inspections done, reviewing them with him today, but it's looking like we're going to be closing in 2 weeks. So I'm pretty pumped on this one. So thank you, everyone.
Awesome, man. Good job.
I mean, and here's the thing, you guys, and we're not going to belabor this. We say it enough, but George, when he originally joined the team, and this wasn't that long ago, there was a disconnect with him and his ability to create video. And if you've met George, he has this larger than life personality. And so we challenged him and said, hey, man, post on social media, start telling your story. And he's done that. And he's done it consistently. And now his business has taken off and he's had consistent escrows. So shout out to you, George. I love what you're doing, man. I love what you're building in our environment and for you and for your family. Let's go back over to you, Ernesto.
All right, next slide. In the 550 to 77 category, we have some other familiar faces. Jen Oak got on a contract for 600,000. Brittany 615. Pui strikes again at 630. Mr. Pinto at 620. And then the duo that is Christina and Stephanie got into contract at 685. I want to see Brittany's on the call. Brittany, are you with us today?
Yes, I am.
Awesome, Brittany. I think this might be, is this your first solo deal that you've done by yourself?
No, I've had a few. This one's actually a Zillow Flex as well. Yeah, so they called me through Zillow and they were heading to Lathrop just out of the blue. They're like, we're gonna go check out a bunch of open houses, but a couple of the ones we really want to see are not open. So we called the listing agent and she said, we need a realtor. So that's why we're calling. We're super excited. We're pre-approved. So I set up the tours and we looked at like 20 houses over 3 weekends. We wrote 2 offers. The first one last week, it was like right before my birthday. It was super stressful. I wasn't sure how the market really was out there, how competitive it was. So we wrote like 65 over asking on this property that they really loved. And then a cash buyer came in at 100,000 over. So there was 8 offers. We came in second. So they were like super, super bummed. So I just kind of reassured them, kind of telling them it's going to be okay. We'll find you, that property. This one's probably just not meant to be. That same day, they're like, you know what? We see this other one is coming soon. It's not available yet. It's like, that one's perfect. It's right across from the park that we've been to a few times. We really love that area. So I reached out to the agent. She's like, well, it's not going to come on until like May 12th. They still want to stage it and get the photos done and everything. And I was like, oh, well, my buyers really, really want to see it. Can we just come in this weekend? Like, here's their pre-approval and everything. So she was really hesitant about it, but we got in last weekend. They showed it to us before it was even live on the market. We wrote an offer that same day and we were able to get them in there.
Beautiful. So Brittany, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
But I think all of our focus is what's behind you right now. Now, a couple of things. Is that wine or is that that's all wine?
Yeah, it's a wine cellar. It's actually refrigerated too.
What? So you have some empty spots there. So
I know. I mean, I filled it up like a year ago when we put it in. I haven't filled it up since then. So it's been slowly emptying.
It's
really quickly before we move on, if you saw like me looking frantically for something, there's a book in here that I'm looking for. Anyway, it's the 4 agreements. And one of the 4 agreements is that you never assume. A couple things I really love about Brittany's story is she had a good pulse on the neighborhood that they lost in. So she wanted to stay on top of what was coming next. And she did not assume that the agent was anti a preemptive offer or something early. So I think that's a really, really good story to tell and lessons that we can all take. So Brittany, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Ernesto, because George did the same thing. He's not going to assume that they don't like it. He's just going to take them to see the house and they eventually got in contract on it. So good stuff. Actually, Ernesto, let's have you continue cruising on, man.
Let's do it. Going up in category, we are now, actually, no, this is still 550 to 770. Kim got in a contract for 690. We have Raymond Rosales and his dad. Kind of cool to get in escrow with your father at 690. And Roxanne and Will, the dynamic duo, out in, I think this one was in San Pablo at 730,000. Do we have either Raymond or Ben on the line today? Raymond, Ben, going once, going twice. There's Raymond. You got to turn your camera on, Raymond.
Yeah, I'm driving right now. Yeah, this is actually, we got into contract with Will and Roxanne. So super dope.
Well, awesome. So you guys get a contract on Will and Roxanne's listing.
Yep, the one in San Pablo. Super happy for our client. We've been looking for a while, maybe not too long, maybe like a month, a little over a month, and we rode on a few properties, and they were just kind of getting beat out. I know Will and Roxanne both let me and Ben know that they had one coming soon in San Pablo. We thought it'd be perfect for our client, and it ended up being perfect. And Will and Roxanne made it happen for us because our clients were pretty much maxed out at 730, and now we're all on the board.
You know,
cool. I love it. And I think for me, one of the value propositions of being on such a large team, sometimes people think that's a downside to it, but it's a huge network, and being able to tap into that network and reach out to other agents that are on your team or that we know is always going to give you an advantage. So awesome job, guys.
Yes. You know, funny story about this. We're having our Cinco de Mayo celebration here, and like, Raymond's waiting for signatures, and it was literally one signature that he's waiting for. You could see it, like, dude, have some fun, bro. He's just like, no, tell him to sell it. And then he's telling Roxanne and Will, like, have your sellers sign. He's like walking around, like almost like moping. And then as soon as it happened, shots were pouring, everyone's having a good time. So Raymond, shout out to you, shout out to Will, shout out to Roxanne. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
And Ben, you should be really proud of your son.
Yeah, Ben, you should be proud of your son, because Raymond did a fantastic job putting together that offer. So clean, so strong, very easy to deliver and present it over to our seller. So good job on writing that up.
Oh, I love that. All right, guys, let's keep cruising. Actually, Ernesto, you're doing a great job. Why don't you just go ahead and all the way to the end, bro?
Yes, sir. Going to keep at it. All right. We are up to the 770 to 990K category. So bigger escrows here. Amanda coming in with 2 escrows, 780 and 560. We also have Simi coming in at 830 and Mr. Otis at 831. I believe this is Simi's first listing. So I'm curious to see how this one came your way, Simi.
I don't think she's on, so we'll move on. Maybe
Simi going once, Simi going twice.
I know Amanda.
I believe I saw Amanda comment. Actually, I know Amanda commented. Amanda, you want to tell us about these 2 escrows? Amanda going once, Amanda going twice. I saw her comment in the chat. Maybe she logged off. Mr. Otis.
He's not on right now either. So congratulations to everyone that made that category, and we'll keep cruising.
Cool. All right. Big boy categories, $1 million or greater. We have the Sacramento duo, Chris and William, coming in with 2 separate escrows. We have Renan and Josue at $1.5 million, and Mr. Hiller at $2.7 million. I believe this was a Zillow Flex lead. I'm very curious to learn about this one. And Mr. Hiller, this is a huge transaction. I believe the biggest one of your career. Are you on the call today?
He is.
Yeah, it's the biggest one, man. It's the biggest one. And to be honest, I really don't know what to say about this, but I kind of just showed value. I know Kevin Bowie, he closed like 6 deals in 1 month or something like that. And I asked him, I was like, how did you do it? And he was just like, show value. And so when I got this call and they were like above $1.5 million for the house that they originally were looking at, like that was the biggest Zillow call I've ever gotten. And I just needed to like show value. And so took them to all of the restaurants that were around, took them to like the schools that their kids would be going to, picked them up from the airport. Kind of like did all of the full service realtor, I guess, 3 or 4 times in a row. And that was really what solidified it. And then we kind of lost on a couple different properties, and I showed value by telling them how we lost or why we lost. how much we lost by, how many other offers were in hand, things like that, and kept them update through communication. And yeah, I'm blessed because they really vibed with me. I'm from Berkeley. And so, I told them that this was the place that I got stood up for the first time. The girl never showed up. This was a good sandwich spot, just telling them all about my life ever since I was in high school, and, or since I was young, since I was a kid. But that's really what it was. I showed value, and then we wrote, we lost, we wrote, and we lost. And then this is one that we won. And it was all cash at $2.7 million in Berkeley. So
very cool. Well, hey, first of all, obviously, congratulations, right? It's the biggest transaction that you've done so far. But more importantly, as I listen to you, I honestly, and I don't know if anybody on the call feels the same way, I would never think to show them like restaurants and school, but you obviously learn that they're not from here. You're picking them up from the airport. I want to go above and beyond and kind of highlighting what this community has to offer and why you're going to love living here, and then keeping them updated on why they're losing, right? That shows that you are communicating with listing agents and you're learning kind of why are we not being successful. And it takes a few offers, right? Especially for someone who's not from the area. So I love just listening to what you said. I've never thought of touring schools and restaurants, but if your client's not from the area, that's something that I think most agents would never think of doing. And that goes back to your just value, right? Adding a ton of value. So dude, great job and congratulations.
And we were able to capture that moment on video. So I thought that was a really, really special moment for you. And I know you've been working your ass off, man. So congratulations to you. And yeah, let's say way to kick off your birthday month, bro. So congratulations to you. And now you've reached a new echelon, right? $2.7 million. Like now you can promote that win. And it's incredible what it's going to do for your career moving forward. So hats off to you, David. Really, really stoked for you. All right, guys, let's go over company stats right now. So here's our closed volume. Here's our average sales price. Here's our pending. And last week, you guys did 23 new escrows and posted $17,024,000 in production just last week. So shout out to everyone that contributed to the leaderboard, everyone that made it on CSU leaderboard, as well as for the new escrows for the week. So actually, this conversation is going to come full circle right back to you, David, because it's a very special moment. We want to make sure to be able to capture this. We want you to be able to talk about this on social. So David, you are the story of the week. And I appreciate what you said, being able to provide the highest level of value to the consumer, because at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? The people that win at the highest level in this business are the ones that are absolutely selfless, right? You don't know if it's going to pan out by driving to the restaurants, to the schools, but you know what? You know that this is going to be an opportunity for them, and you did what it took. So congrats to you. David, I want to ask you a quick question. Knowing what you know now, what you've learned your short amount of time in real estate, if you were to go back and give David Hiller advice for when you first stepped into this game, knowing what you know now, what would you say to yourself?
Have awkward conversations with clients and stop messing around and beating around the bush. When we're losing and they're writing losing offers, like stop writing losing offers and tell them that, hey, this is going to be a losing offer. Here's why. I think that's really what I wasted a lot of time just writing losing offers or dealing with clients who, had I told them really what was going on or showed them more information on why we lost offers, they would be ready to either spend more money or lower their expectations. And one of those two things has to give. So in this case, people spent way more money and they got it. But other times they got to lower their expectations and then they'll get something. So that's what I should tell young Dave is, have those awkward conversations with clients, because it will save you a lot of time in the long run.
Yeah, let's give David some love, brother. I mean, well said. Absolutely love it, bro. Congratulations to you. Way to make the story of the week, brother. You absolutely earned it. And I'm so glad that I have that video and that is on our IG as well. So congrats to you, big dog. All right, guys, so we have some very, very exciting news. I'm actually going to turn it over to Kenny to talk about this. This has been part of the big vision. We're expanding into new markets. We actually got the keys last week to our new Irvine office. So Kenny, I want to turn the mic over to you to tell us about this monumental day for us. So let me hear from you, big dog.
Yeah, we're launching our first, I guess, true expansion market. Expansion market is when it's a little bit further out in Irvine. We're hoping to set up shop there. We have a bunch of solo agents we're talking to, and then a couple large groups that we're looking to partner up with. Super exciting because we wanted to expand out of the Bay Area. I think we have the Bay Area unlocked. We're mostly done with offices. We're still short longer term, like San Jose, Tri Valley, Tahoe, but we have our 11 offices established here, and now we're just growing into them. So now we're starting to look at other markets. So Irvine's the most makes the most sense because it's not too far from us, and the things about the demographic, the agents, and the kind of vibes about the same. So we decided to go to Irvine. We're setting up shop there in a pretty cool office space. After that, we're going to branch out into likely like San Gabriel Valley and LA. So we want to bring Team Fast. Well, we are bringing Team Fast to SoCal, because in SoCal, I think there's the biggest team down there is maybe like an $80 million team this year, close to 200. So eXp is still very new or untapped in Southern California. I think we have a huge advantage to go in there and bring what we have, which is pretty special, that all teams are looking to build. We just are ahead of the curve. After this, looking at the markets too, which we're still working on.
You guys, so if you know anybody that's in Orange County that is licensed, thinking about getting licensed, needs some support, we're having a small little get together on Saturday from 12 to 3. Feel free to have them roll through, let them know that it's an open environment. We'll have some food, we'll have some drinks, we'll have some music, but it's a very, very exciting time for us. And so we'll be down there this next weekend. If any of you are in Southern California, feel free to roll through. We have another big announcement, you guys, and this is something I'm going to want you guys to put on your calendar. So we were able to get the California Associations of Realtor VP and Chief Economist to come out and speak to the team and speak to the real estate industry, and we're going to be hosting it here. He's going to do an economic update for us. He's going to take us through all the stats, through the figures, have a really, really great session. So we know a lot of our panels have been open mainly to the public. We want this event to be open to you guys, and we're also going to open it up to the public as well. I think that there's going to be some tremendous value. I've sat through tons of economic reviews. Jordan has a way of communicating that is easy to grasp. The information is easy to understand and digest. So I want to make sure that you guys are here. This is happening on Wednesday, May 18th from 11 to 1 o'clock right here at headquarters in our event space. So please mark your calendar. The Eventbrite is going to go out today. That way you guys can sign up and RSVP, but this is going to be a hit. And we'll also encourage you to invite people from other brokerages so they can be a part of this big day. Now let's talk.
I think we'll probably stream it too. So we'll likely stream it on this same channel. We just gotta get set up with Brian and Patrick.
Awesome. You guys, let's talk a little bit about interest rates, what's happening in the market. If you guys aren't attending Wednesday group coaching, it's totally okay. But I want to encourage you guys to show up tomorrow. We're going to start featuring new special guests. We have a couple guests that are lined up that are huge players in our industry. Tomorrow, we wanted to partner with somebody that we are very close to. It's Patty Goodspeed. Patty Goodspeed, if you watched her reel yesterday, she did a really, really great informational reel at, if you take price points from 500,000 all the way to 2 million, based on the new interest rates, what that has affected everyone's monthly payments if they choose to buy a home. She's going to come into group coaching tomorrow. She's going to share that graph with you guys. We're going to have a conversation about it. We're going to talk about why it's such an exciting time to become a homeowner despite what's happening with interest rates. So we're going to have a really great conversation. We're going to talk about the market. And what's cool about Patty is that she represents the entire Bay Area and beyond. She has an office up in Sacramento. She obviously works here in the East Bay. She has clients down in the South Bay. So It is a wealth of knowledge. So if you guys haven't tuned in on a Wednesday group coaching, I want to encourage you guys to come tomorrow, hear from Patty, get a great update about what's happening in the market. That way can even be more dangerous when you're out there making your calls, talking to prospective clients and talking to prospective buyers. So excited about tomorrow. I'll make sure to do a quick write-up and get everyone the email so we guys have that, but very, very excited about tomorrow's group coaching.
What the market shifting, like it really, every market is a skill-based market. Before, like, you get listings, you sell automatically. There's not a lot of skill involved. I mean, maybe good marketing, get in front of people who want to work with you is a skill, but right now we're seeing a slowdown in the market. I'm on Facebook all the time. The most common question is, what are you seeing in your market? And if you see my Instagram, you'll see hundreds of comments. It's typically, now we're seeing like probably over 75% of the comments in every market is like slowing down. So if you guys want to be ahead of the curve and win, which is, helping buyers understand a little better, so they're more open to, making a move or making offers. Like right now is really time to up your game on skill set and script and role play. That way, if you're ahead of it, you're going to win that client. Because if you wait a couple months when the market has adjusted, right now is the most volatile month there is, as we're shifting into a seller's market, into a buyer's market. If you can get in front of people, they'll work with you. If you wait a couple months, then every agent will know what to say, and they say the same thing, and they're also smart. They're going to work with that person. So right now is probably going to be this quarter is probably going to be one of the most challenging markets for many buyers agents and listing agents. So you see we've seen a 10% drop in our pending sales, which is a lot. But the reason is sellers are not adjusting fast enough. They still think the pricing is up here, but the affordability is down here. And buyers agents getting in and working with existing buyers are having a hard time explaining that to the buyer. The easiest buyers to get in contract right now are new buyers entering the market, because that's all they know. They don't know anything about 3% or 4%. They've got pre-approval last week, and that's the price. So this is really important to make sure you get your skills up this month. And it's going to get you ahead this year.
So you guys make sure to tap in. Like I said, 8:30 to 9:30 tomorrow in my room. It's going to be a great event. And every single Wednesday moving forward, we're going to feature somebody else in the industry that's going to come in and drop some gems, have some high level conversations for you guys. So we're constantly helping you perfect your messaging, because you have to think about yourself as running your own personal ad campaigns. What great ad companies do is they adjust based on the times and what's going on around us. So you guys have to be able to adjust your messaging based on what's going on in the market, right? So I'm glad we're having these sessions. I'm glad that we're going to continue to work on our dialogue. I want to turn it over to see if we have any updates. Molly, Gabrielle, or Patrick, do either one of you guys want to give any updates from your departments? All right, going once.
Hey, Gabrielle, she's not on, but sorry, in my camera, I don't know what's going on in my camera. Gabrielle, drop the Eventbrite link. So like Kenny and Elias mentioned, on the 18th, please RSVP. Link is in the chat here. If you follow us on Eventbrite, it's also on our team page. If Patrick's on, I'll let him update with what's been going on, what's coming with our studio.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry, two more updates. We hired 2 virtual assistants yesterday, signed off the contract today. One has a unique ability to kind of like do video stuff. He seems pretty creative. So I think this guy will be able to help. He's in the Philippines, able to help you with your video editing, your reels, and putting captions on it. Because Instagram captions are cool, but like it's pretty generic and everyone's doing that. But this guy can take your video, your raw footage, chop it up and make it a little better for you. And second guy that we hired is going to work on building your KV core websites. He seemed pretty talented from a couple links I checked out. I'm going to have him study. I don't even know where to get KV core training, to be honest. I couldn't find it online, but have him pay him to go study on how to build out specifically for KV core, and then copy different site templates and recreate it. Most likely work with Gabrielle and creating something super custom that looks like fast real estate. And then that template can be replicated across your KV core sites. So two big things coming, and this is the power of virtual assistants. And I know I've been listening to Elias's coaching calls. Everyone needs to learn how to leverage more and work closer with virtual assistants. So that's a big part of our company growth this year, to get you guys more leverage, teach you how to leverage, and then get you people in place to work, and potentially hire some VAs, personally train them, and then hand them off to you, and then you pay them. Then that way you have someone more dedicated, maybe between you or 2 or 3 other people.
Love it. And you know what, based on the reactions, people are stoked. I saw Ilona get super, super excited about this. I saw David get pumped about this. This is really, really exciting for the company and for you guys and for your individual brand. So great stuff. Let's go over to Patrick. Patrick, are you on, my man?
He's not. He's doing the AAPI video.
Oh, he is.
Brian
Yeah,
dropped
yeah,
it,
yeah.
in the thing. And just to piggyback off what Kenny said, I've been meeting with several agents just outside of their needs and everything. And when it comes to VAs, not understanding what they do. No, we don't have a list of 184 tasks that our VAs do. However, if you don't ask, you won't know, right? So pretty much I can say in general, they can kind of almost do anything with the exception of something that requires them to have a real estate license. So if you don't know who to go to, you can reach out to myself, obviously anybody on leadership. You can reach out to Rachel, Drea, Rebecca. We'll point you in the right direction. You might have to provide a little bit of guidance or training and whatever login credentials you need them to help facilitate, whether that's updating a spreadsheet, whether that's ordering gifts, whether that's adding something to your calendar, doing a little bit of research for you, whatever it is, speak up, reach out. Like I've told agents, the more that we identify what needs are needed, we can add VAs to be able to carry the weight of what it is that we need. But just ask, raise your hand, right?
Yeah, talk to Dewey, and then Dewey, I see them do a screenshot. Dewey and Peter are using VAs at a very high level. So I recommend seeing what it is that they're helping with to save you that 5-10 minutes a day, multiple times a week. And then the cost is huge for business. Eric, Cynthia too. Myself, I mean, you want to pick my brain, maybe I have to put together a session. I've been using VAs for almost 10 years now. And I think I have 15 VAs now. So I don't know what they do whatever I need them to do or ask for. So you guys want to pick my brain, feel free to do that too.
So you guys, we're constantly listening to you guys. We will always have all of the answers to everything, but we're really trying to gather as much support as you guys need and that you guys will need in the future. So John, we had a couple questions about offices. Did you want to take the mic for a sec?
Yeah, for sure. So Hercules is like 2 weeks out. Floors start next week, and then they just got to finish some electrical additions, and then it's ready to go. We have printer on the way, internet's getting installed on the 17th. So we're close in Hercules. That'll have next key. It actually already has next key, but it's still in construction. For Sacramento, next key is a few weeks out for some reason right now. So we're just gonna have to figure out something to get people in there as we get that office up and running. It'll be at least 2 or 3 weeks at least before we get next key on Sacramento. And then Walnut Creek, we still are, it's a done deal. We're just waiting on keys and get possession, and then we'll probably set it up so people can work out of there while we improve it. We're only there for a couple of years, so not going to go full out like we have in other offices, but you should be able to work out of there hopefully by the end of the month, if not a little sooner.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I know Cynthia is at the DMV and Eric is not on right now.
I do want to mention, hi guys. I do want to mention for marketing, somebody dropped a request for 3212 Oaks Drive in Hayward. So it doesn't have a name on the request. So I just want to let everybody know, if you guys submit a request for monday.com for marketing, please make sure to add your name. Otherwise, this has been sitting for about a week now. So but yeah, just wanted to let you guys know if you guys need help with marketing, there's the links on monday.com. I've been sending emails and dropping them in Slack. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Or if the listing of 3212 Oaks Drive is yours, please reach out to me so we get you set up. Besides that, thank you guys.
Awesome. So you guys, Molly and I were speaking a little bit earlier in our senior leadership meeting, and one thing that we realized that we need to remedy is that I think we've done really good in onboarding agents, bringing you guys on, doing the Spark Hire interview, so you understand the buyer's consultation. Well, past that, what's going to happen if you're a newer agent is that there's going to be ongoing new agent development courses, like how to host an open house. What do I do before? What do I do during? What do I do after? What's the dialogue? What should I bring? How do I set up a buyer's tour? So those are all things that are going to be on the calendar in the following months. But in between all of that, or before all of that, if you weren't here at the beginning of the year, you might not know how to plan out your business, right? What should I be doing? What does my calendar look like? What should I be doing every single day in order to find these opportunities and how should I allocate my time? And so we want to make sure that you guys understand I'm licensed, now what? Now for our agents that are doing anywhere from $8 to $15 million in production, we want to make sure that we're featuring things on group coaching that will give you guys a reason to want to say, you know what, that's something that will help me grow my business. And for our top level agents, we want to make sure that you guys have tremendous leverage in VAs and resources. We're actually going to be hiring VAs to help you with your past database. Are we helping you guys take your sphere business to the next level? So we're looking at this in completely different ways because we know not every single agent needs the same help at the same time. So we're really evaluating what each of you get in the different categories to make sure that everyone's receiving value in our environment. So we're going to make enhancements as we move forward because we're always adjusting to make sure that we are giving you guys the best value that we possibly can. So excited about what's ahead, excited about the panel, excited about our launch in Southern California. And I don't have my question here. That's the whole slide is gone. That's weird. Karina, do you remember the question?
Yep, I'm on it. So name one thing that helps you stay present and appreciate the journey you're on in this profession. I'll drop it in the chat so you can read it. So one thing that's helping you stay present and appreciate the journey you're on in real estate. Because it's not only about the destination and it's not only about hitting your goals, like what helps you currently enjoy this process.
I love it. Derek said alone time. Dude, I love that. Follow up Boston online lead training on Thursday. So, okay. I don't think that's part of what he truly appreciates. All right, there it is. Cool. For some reason, it wasn't on mine. That's weird. All right, what else, you guys? To go through the question one more time. Name one thing that helps you stay present and appreciate the journey you are on in this profession. Alcohol. Cool. This team, you guys every day, collaborating with my team members. Let's see here. Monthly reflection, and that was a good one. Monthly reflection and seeing how much I've grown over 30 days. I love this. Amanda says freedom. How much I hated a 9 to 5. Yeah, Linnell, I love that. Colette says happy clients. Jay says meditation. Adrian says being able to kill it in the biz and help my family. I love this. Group coaching and collaborating with others. Kim says Cabo. Kenny says fiestas. Pause and breathe and notice. Denitza says my team. Naisha says seeing everyone win. Zyra says collaborating and communication with my team. I love this. Roxanne says my clients' happiness and helping them succeed. Potential to earn unlimited income. Kwanzo says adding value to others. Seeing my future vision. Man, Derek, I love this. Being able to take time off when you need it, as you need it. Good stuff. Family first. Let's see here. Leaving in Mexico whenever I want. Moston says the culture. I missed it. Collective love, opportunities, and life goals. I love this stuff, you guys. Really, really good stuff. So scotch and cigars at closing with clients. Shocker, Bill. Shocker. Support for my team and taking off whenever I can. Jim says business owner, and Maria says time out on my balcony, quiet time and mission trips with no notice giving. Chris Edwards, the journey itself. I love this, man. Great question, Karina. This is some really, really good responses. Cortez says a team that lets me be myself. Man, I love that. Absolutely love that. So you guys, I think that's a really, really powerful question. Obviously, look at all the interaction on that question. So you guys, I really, really appreciate you showing up. We have tons of things going on. Shout out to all the boot campers. Shout out to the people that are here at this meeting. Tomorrow, you guys, let's show up in a huge way. Let's show Patty some love. Let's ask her tons of questions and let's hear it directly from the source. Like I said, every single Wednesday, we're going to feature somebody new, somebody to enhance our entire operation here. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow's session. So tune in, ask questions, be present. And is there anything else before we cut out?
I have a quick question about the office in Hayward. Is there ever going to be an office in Hayward, or was that tripping?
No, there is. And Johnny can speak to that a little bit better.
Yeah, it's new construction. So, as new construction goes, it's been delayed, but It's all kind of in the city's hands, but we have plans for the build out. That one's going to get built out by the landlord. We're using their contractors, so we're at least a few months out. It's just the new construction and the permitting and everything on that one. But there is going to be an office in Hayward. It's probably 3 or 4 months out at best at this point, but there is one.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Anything else before we head out?
To all my boot campers, no excuses. Go kick today's ass.
That's right. That's right. All right,
Yeah,
guys,
what?
have a wonderful, wonderful day. Looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow at group coaching here from Patty Goodspeed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.